This is a BA Mark II. It's factory manual, 6-speed. Up here it's got a few mods already. It's had the crossover pipe cut in half, which is nice and neat. It's got factory turbo, factory dump pipe. You can see there, focus, you can see there it's got a 45mm external gate, 4-inch intake, and 2.5-inch piping. It's also had the battery relocated, obviously, with the intake. Still got factory injectors. So today what I want to do is just run through how to set up a launch control. Now to do that I'm going to have to get down to the map sensor, which is down in there. So what I'll do, I'll split the manifold and you can come back then. These bolts down here, always tough. They lock tight on mine the whole way, which can be a bit of a pain sometimes. So as you can see, I've already separated the plenum and I've removed the map sensor. The map sensor actually lives in that hole just there, and in the map sensor is the air temp sensor as well. So the 4 wires at the bottom of the map sensor, the 2 grey ones are actually the air temp sensor wire. One grey one is a power feed in and the other one is a signal return. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, we've come in the car, this traction control button here, that's not going to be used anymore, we're not going to need traction control. So we'll pop that out, we'll pop the wiring off it, like so. Now these actually pop out, so we just slide this back, like so, and this side. I'm making this look hard. There we go. So we've got those ones out, as you can see. So now what we're going to do, I've been down to pick apart, got an old momentary fuel button out of a Falcon. So what we're going to do is pop this cap off, and this side. So we'll get rid of that. And then we'll pop this one off, like so, and like so. Now that can simply go on there, that way, no, other way, like that. Then we can pop that back in there, like that, back in business. Now we've actually got, instead of a traction control switch, it's just simply a momentary on-off switch. That'll trigger the relay. So that's how we'll do that. So I'll take you over to the bench and we'll just quickly wire the rest of it up. What I like to do as much as I can is the original wiring, if you don't need to cut it, you're better off not to cut it. This plug can just be left off to the side. I've got the original wiring up on the bench that goes into the old fuel switch here, so I'll run that separate. That just means that if the owner wants to return the car back to stock later on, it's just a matter of putting the original switch back in, plugging the existing wiring that's already there, and he's good to go. There's no resoldering wires together and no just trying to nut out what the last bloke's done. It just makes it a lot easier down the line. Over on the bench here, I've got a basic wiring diagram to try and explain the way I'm going to set it up. So these are your two grey wires here coming in. Up here you can see your air temp sensor. You've got a 5-volt reference coming in here, goes in through your air temp sensor, then comes out. This is a single pole double throw relay. So it comes back out of the air temp sensor into pin 87 on the relay, and then it goes through, completes a circuit through pin 30, and then back to the PCM. So this is in its rested state. When you energize the relay, this arm, I suppose, over here will go across to 87A. So what you'll have is power will come in here. It'll come through this 330k ohm resistor, and then it'll, instead of going up this way and through the air temp sensor and down here, it'll come up here through the resistor and then just straight back to the PCM. So what that does, that tricks the PCM into thinking that the air intake temp is minus 35 degrees, I think it is. So then you can set whatever timing you want at minus 35 degrees. So we're back in the car now, got the scanner hooked up. I'll start it scanning. The air intake temp, you'll notice, is 17 degrees. When I hit the button over here, you'll see the 17 degrees will jump to minus 35. Let the button go and it goes back to 17. So that's pretty much how that works. Righto, so this is only set on 5 pounder boost at the moment, just on the wastegate, so it's not going to do anything crazy, which is probably good. In the tune, I've set up the clutch switch so that when you put your foot on the clutch, it'll only rev to, I think it's about 3200 revs. And if I put my finger on the button, actually I'll show you without the button first. See, won't actually build any boost. But if I put my finger on the button, hold the button in, try it again, you can see there it made it to 5 pound. Just to show you on the scanner, you can see there it was doing about 3000 revs. The intake air temp is minus 35 because I had my finger on the button, and you can see there the advance is minus 15. So thanks for watching. If you have anything to add, by all means drop it in the comments below.